What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Better late than never. Here's the Royal Rumble review for 2019. I just got around to finishing the pre-show. That's why I haven't had it posted until now. The pre-show team consists of Booker T, Jerry the King Lawler, the coach, and Beth Phoenix, with Charlie and JBL on the floor. First, we get a promo from Fire and Desire, and Sonya lets Mandy know it's every woman for herself. Drake Maverick lets Kayla know that Razor will partner with Scott Dawson since Ankle is injured. R-Truth and Carmella show up with breaking news. Not only are they both number 30 in their Elimination Chamber matches, but they're also going to have the biggest dance break in history. They show an earlier interview with Alexa Bliss, and then a Samoa Joe promo talking about Mustafa Ali and Randy Orton. Daniel Bryan cuts a promo about how disgusting the Chase Field Royal Rumble burger is. We start with a tag team match, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus Razor and Dawson. Scott Dawson and Razor work well together as a team during this match, even being an odd combination until Dawson accidentally drop kicks Razor from the top rope. Gable comes off the top with a moonsault for the win. Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush join Charlie and JBL to let Leo run his mouth a little bit. Next up for the United States Championship, we get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev with Lana. Rusev starts off strong until the fight goes to the outside. Back in the ring, Nakamura gets a little momentum. Rusev comes back. Things go back and forth with kicks and submissions. Nakamura begins removing the turnbuckle, and Lana's on the apron with her shoe distracting Nakamura and the referee. Rusev comes charging at him and he moves, causing Rusev to hit Lana. Rusev is concerned with Lana and Nakamura regains the championship. Happy Rusev Day. We get a Nikki Cross promo followed by Shawn Michaels announcing halftime heat. NXT Fallout during the Super Bowl halftime show. Ricochet, Velveteen Dream, and Aleister Black versus DIY and Adam Cole. It's nice to see halftime heat returning. I tuned in and it was a pretty good match, just as expected from NXT. I also wound up watching part of Worlds Collide on Saturday, but couldn't really get into it. I'm not saying it was bad, I just found it strange that they had things out of order with the matches early in the afternoon, and then the Battle Royal was hours later, when the Battle Royal actually took place first. For those unaware, Velveteen Dream won and gained the championship match. He later chose to challenge Johnny Gargano for the North American Championship. Back to the pre-show is the Cruiserweight Championship now on the line. Fatal 4-Way, Kalisto, Buddy Murphy, Hendo Itami, and Akira Tozawa. Aiden English joins the 205 Live commentary team. This starts off with Itami leaving the ring as the other three go at it. After everyone is down on the outside, Itami comes into the ring and eyes Buddy Murphy as he comes into the ring. Strike for strike between the two. Itami goes after Kalisto. Murphy grabs Kalisto and Tozawa dives on top of him. Everyone's back in, but Itami is in control. Kalisto begins to fly around, followed by Tozawa. Everyone is outside as Buddy Murphy flies over the top onto all three opponents. They begin taking turns, getting near falls, and begin trading blows in the middle of the ring. Murphy winds up reversing the move by Itami and hitting two knees. Buddy Murphy then retains with a Murphy Law in a pretty good match. We then get a Drew McIntyre promo, and he's going to win the Royal Rumble because he's the king of the Raw Jungle. The Royal Rumble starts with Becky Lynch versus Asuka. As soon as I see this is opening the show, I assume Becky is going to be in the Rumble. It starts off a fast-paced back and forth match with the fight going to the outside. Exploder suplex, then Becky throws Asuka back in the ring. Becky's in control and working on the arm. There's a couple of moves that don't make contact, and then commentators claim Becky is moving out of the way. I don't know if this is the case, but Becky made it look believable. They fight on the outside apron and grab Becky to set her up for something, and both face plant onto the mat. Back in the ring, Becky gets her second win, and more back and forth quick action with counters. After Becky misses a top rope leg drop, they both counter submissions and then counter the other person's signature submission. A few reversals later, Becky taps to Asuka, who has her locked in a bridge submission. It's a very good match to open the show. Next up for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships with the Best in the World versus The Bar. Shane starts off immediately going after Sheamus. Miz is in control most of the match. Shane saves him a few times. Miz gets in trouble. Shane flies to the outside on Sheamus and then catches a European uppercut from Cesaro, giving the Bar the control. Shane gets the tag and then takes over before going to the coast to coast and getting caught in Cesaro's swing. Cesaro catches a bro kick and then Shane hits him with a shooting star press, and we have new tag team champions. Next up for the Raw Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks. We get Sasha Banks in the back with Charlie. It's the same interview we've heard from Sasha for months now, and it's boss time. Apparently it's also Sasha's birthday. This was a great start with a lot of submissions and reversals. Ronda comes off looking like a heel in the beginning, a little mocking, and Ronda does 3 amigos. Sasha's in control most of the match. She reverses a Piper's Pit, locks in the submissions, and then begins pulling and biting on Ronda's fingers before locking in the bank statement. There's more back and forth. Sasha begins choking Ronda with her gear strap when locked into another bank statement. Ronda winds up winning with a Piper's Pit, and I believe this is a good match. Maybe the best from Ronda yet. Sasha begins walking to the back, looking towards the ring, and I think, please, Sasha, go attack her. Sasha heads back to the ring and shakes her hand, and then she puts up the 4 and walks away, smirks, and fades to black. WWE lets me down again. This was the moment. Happy birthday shout out to Sasha. Special guest commentator for the Women's Royal Rumble match, Beth Phoenix, and it's time to rumble. This year we're going with every 90 minutes. Number 1 is Lacey Evans, who cuts a promo. I look for her and Alexa to set up a feud tonight. Number 2 is Natalya. Both women give a nice start to the match. Number 3 is Mandy, who goes after Natalya. I find it strange that we started with 4 blondes with Liv Morgan at number 4. Later on, Billie Kay comes out at number 7 and doesn't get in, saying that she's waiting for Peyton. I'm assuming Peyton is coming out next. Number 8 is Nikki Cross, who knocks down Billie Kay before laying everyone out in the ring. Billie gets in, but Peyton comes out at number 9 to help Billie against Nikki Cross. Number 11 is Xia Li. Charlotte at 13 begins to clean house. Kairi Sane is number 14. The thing I love about the Rumble is even when you know someone's not going to win, you still hate to see them get eliminated. Number 15, Maria Kanellis. Maria tries the Lana thing from last year with the Nia Tamina face-off, only with Evans and Charlotte. Naomi eliminates Mandy, and then Naomi gets her Kofi moment, only for Mandy to creep up and pull her down. Number 17 is Candice LeRae. And I begin to think it's about time for a surprise pop. And then at number 18 we get the legendary Alicia Fox. Maria makes friends with Alicia until Maria destroys her hat. WrestleMania match forming here, guys. Number 19 is Casey Catanzaro. At 21 is Ruby Riott, who comes out with the Riott Squad, who begins dragging people under the ropes, causing a lot of eliminations. Zelina Vega winds up hiding under the ring. And then at number 23 is Io Shirai. At number 24 we get Rhea Ripley. And I'm beginning to think there's no surprise returns of legends coming. Casey is out, but also has a Kofi moment and saves herself for a few extra seconds. Zelina Vega peeks out from underneath the ring to laugh at the eliminated Dana Brooke, and Hornswoggle's under there and runs Zelina Vega back into the ring, causing her to be eliminated. And then he chases her to the back. Lana comes out with an injured ankle at 28 and can hardly walk. We get Becky chance. Nia's at 29 attacks Lana on the way to the ring. Becky comes out, wants Finlay to let her take Lana's spot. Becky winds up being number 31 in the Rumble, and she starts with a face-to-face with Nia. Charlotte tries to eliminate her. Final 4 comes down to Becky, Bayley, Charlotte, and Nia. And there goes Bayley. Becky somehow winds up outside, and we get a one-on-one. And I think it's obvious who's going to sneak in and win. Becky grabs Nia's ankle and pulls her out, and Nia causes Becky to hurt her ankle before she walks out. Becky's back in, and Charlotte's after the knee, and Becky wins the 2019 Royal Rumble. Good Rumble. I think the biggest surprise was no surprise, which some people will look at negatively. We can't have the Rumble full of legends every year, though, so I think it's good that they allowed the NXT superstars in instead. Predictable outcome, but at least it's one that will have the fans happy. Next up for the SmackDown World Championship, we have AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Definitely a slower paced match compared to the Rumble match. Both men somewhat tired as they battle back and forth, lots of laying around, hit a move and rest with a few reversals. Good back and forth action. However, this seems similar to the TLC match to me. We get Eric Rowan walking out. I don't know why they did not save him for the Rumble. I guess we'll find out. He just eyes the ring until a Styles clash, and then Rowan attacks Styles. The referee is down after catching a kick. Styles ducks from Bryan and doesn't see it. The referee wakes up as Bryan gets the win. Afterwards, Rowan holds AJ, and Bryan does his running knee. Next up for the Universal Championship match, we get Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar. Balor starts with plenty of speed and control. Brock uses power, but Balor uses a stick and move game plan. Lesnar winds up getting run into the announcer table and hurts his arm. Balor begins to fly. He hits the coup de grace, pins Lesnar. Lesnar reverses the pin into the Kimura lock, causing Balor to tap. After the match, Brock attacks Balor with 2 German suplexes, and I wonder who's coming out for the save. Another suplex, F5. Brock walks to the back, fade to black. Final match of your main event for the evening, Men's Royal Rumble match. Guest commentators JBL and The King join Michael Cole. As we start the Royal Rumble, Elias comes out at number 1, so we get a performance. But wait, number 2 is Double J. That's JEFF, JARRET. Ain't this great? We're about to get a duet when Elias nails Jarrett with an elbow to start the match. Guitar across Jarrett's back, and he's out. Great beginning. Number 4 is Kurt Angle. Number 6 winds up being Johnny Gargano, wearing the same clothes from yesterday. Kurt Hawkins climbs under the ring. Titus comes out and runs to the ring and stops to avoid a slide. He goes under the ring and causes Hawkins to go into the ring, and then they both get eliminated. We get a Kofi spot, another Kofi spot where Woods helps him stay in. McIntyre is watching and winds up eliminating both of them. At number 18, we get Pete Dunne. Then at number 21, we get Aleister Black. Lashley attacks Rollins on the outside of the ring and puts him through the announcer table after Rollins winded up eliminating Bobby Lashley. Braun comes in at number 27 and begins to clean house. R-Truth comes out at number 30. But before he can make it to the ring, he's took out by Nia Jax, who steals a spot in the Rumble. She winds up beating up on Rey Mysterio, and it faces off with Mustafa Ali and eliminates him. Randy Orton creeps up behind, and him and Nia Jax wind up facing off. Orton goes for an RKO on Nia, but she blocks it and sets Orton up for a 619. Nia attacks Rey, and it winds up getting a 619 instead, and then Orton winds up hitting the RKO. I would love if Rock or Roman came out to save the family in this moment. Nia gets eliminated. Final 2 we get Andrade and Ziggler. I don't think Seth was eliminated, however, it's not mentioned. Strowman comes back in. He's also a part of the match. Braun looks outside and runs after Rollins, who is confirmed still in. Final 2 are in the ring. Rollins and Braun. Final 2 battle on the outside apron when Rollins eliminates Braun, winning the 2019 Royal Rumble. Pretty good show overall. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the Royal Rumble 2019. Let me know what you thought. Leave comments and feedback. Please take the time to subscribe as well. Let's grow this channel. Hope everyone enjoyed and also enjoyed the Elimination Chamber. Stay tuned.